Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video on survival multiplayer with Daggerwin. As you saw last episode, if you watched it, Daggerwin spent quite a lot of money on a new tractor and also the header for the corn on the combine there, which obviously leaves us with very little money in the bank again. So we need to try and make some money back. So I think today we're going to probably focus on cutting a few more trees. Daggerwin's already up there doing some, but first of all I did notice this sunflower field and the grass field could probably do with some lime, so I will just do that first. I believe you can spread lime in the first stage of growth. Uh-oh, what's happened here? Maybe it'll end up in the river. Game's frozen. Wow, that was lucky. Wow. I thought I was going to go in the river then. Obviously that wouldn't have really been my fault because the game, as you saw, completely froze there for a few seconds. Anyway, we're in the field. We've ended up in the field, which is very lucky. No damage done, so that's amazing. But I don't know why it froze quite so badly there. That is quite unusual. You get the odd freeze in multiplayer, but that was pretty horrific. Yeah, that was not a good freeze there. What was I saying? I've forgotten what I was saying now. Well, certainly, yeah, we're going to get these two fields just spread with lime quickly. It shouldn't take too long. Most of it's not desperate for lime. There's a few lines there which you can see are red, which are not good. Should be this green colour where I've been, but most of the field isn't too bad. So I'll get this done first. I think I was saying, yeah, technically you shouldn't really spread lime when the crop's already germinated, but in the game it seems to let you do it, so it's fine. Obviously, if we were playing for 100% realism, you probably wouldn't do it, but this isn't a 100% realistic series. It's just a challenge series, so it's a challenge. It doesn't really stop you from. There's no rule against it, so there's no harm in spreading lime now. But obviously, there are quite a lot of rules in the survival series, like no leasing and stuff, no loans, no super strength. I forget them all, but there's quite a few rules we've got. A few people have been wondering why we haven't been doing certain things. It's because you can't lease and stuff. You can't take loans out, so we're just playing as realistic as we can in terms of money, rather than things like this, doing the lime now. Right, so I think I'll get on with this. Just this field and the grass field I'll spread now, if it'll allow me to do the grass field. And then we'll probably get on with some wood again, try and boost that bank balance back up to something a bit more reasonable. Daggerwin still wants to do the olives, the olive groves. I know there was quite a bit of negativity about doing that, and I understand what you're saying. It certainly isn't my idea. I wouldn't have done it if it was just a competitive series. But I think long term it will be all right. It's just the short term cost of setting it up is going to be high, to say the least. It depends if we can get a harvester, which is a bit cheaper than the one in the game as standard, which is 300,000, which is just ridiculous, really. If we can't get a cheaper harvester, it's not really worth doing, in my opinion. So really, it'll come down to whether there's a mod, which I haven't looked, to be honest, but we'll have a look at mods and see if there's an olive harvester that you can get for a more reasonable price than 300. Which is, at the rate we're making money, it's going to take us quite a while to get that far. And that's without building or putting in the olives in the first place, buying the olive groves in the first place. So, yeah, it's. I'm not sure how it's going to go yet. We'll see. It'll be interesting though. It certainly adds to the interest of the series, that's for sure. If we make it more challenging for ourselves by doing things like that, it certainly makes it more interesting. But obviously, it's not the most. Commercially viable, shall we say, way of doing it. If you were running a farm in real life, you wouldn't just go for the most expensive crops to set up for a start. Well, we're not right at the start of the series, are we now? But we're still, I would say, relatively early on in our farm development. Anyway, we've managed to finish that field. I've managed to talk through all that. Normally I run out of things to say. But I've managed to keep talking through that, so I didn't time-lapse that one. We've also got the grass field to do though, so yeah, we'll see if we can do this first, and then move on to the trees. So you can see over in the distance there, Daggerwin's just doing some trees. I just saw a tree fall. Yeah, we can do the grass, so might as well just do this as well. Took some new soil samples of this in the last episode, so this is all fresh data. Not that things should really change that much. Not quite sure why you have to do it so often, because soil tap's not going to change that quick. But yeah, we need to obviously do new soil samples I think it's every 3 harvests, I think. So yeah, I'll just quickly get this done, and then we will move on to the wood. Not really enough work to time lapse really. I think it's going to be a very short time lapse if I do that, so I might just jump cut. Just when I finish this, it'll literally be about a minute in real time of just spreading this, so not really worth time lapsing. I usually only time lapse if it's like more than 5 minutes of work or something. That's in real time. So yeah, I'll just speak to you in a second when I've just finished this. Okay, that's the lime spraying done. You literally missed nothing really, just going up and down twice on the field. Literally a few seconds really. So there we go. That's done. So next we'll move on to the tree cutting. We'll try and get some money in the bank now, which we desperately need. Also, it's obviously clearing the area up there for probably a field extension of that field on the left or the right hand side of the 2 fields. Obviously we've got corn in the left hand side and soybeans in the other side. And the soybeans actually should be ready pretty soon, I'd have thought, if not the next month, May or June, which would be the best time to sell them as well, because soybean prices are best in about June, so that should work out quite well. So we'll get the front loader on, which is here. Try and actually drive into it rather than crashing into it. There we go, and we'll need the log grab, which is just the other side of the small fent. Yes, even with the discount, that fent was 30,000, so it would have been expensive if Daggerwin had bought it at full price. So I can understand his logic for buying it at that price. It was quite a good deal, but of course we don't really need it right now. I think quite a few of you were saying we should probably sell the Zeta tractor, which is sitting up there. It hasn't really been used a lot recently, and the fent could probably do some of the jobs that was doing. So yeah, that's probably not a bad idea. We could do that. But anyway, now we will get some trees cut up here, keep clearing this area, and hopefully get some money in the bank, which is what we really need. So this is probably a good opportunity to time lapse. This is always a fairly tedious job, so yeah, I think we'll do a time lapse for a bit now. Well, we've got the trailer loaded, and that was Daggerwin's first time taking a full load, I think, of logs to the store, and that's how far he got. So that's good. Yes. Managed to get just about down the slope, not even to the yard, before flipping the trailer. I think I'm going to need a rear weight. Oh no, it can do it. Just, well, if I have a rear weight, oh, Daggerwin's going to help. Ah, we got it. That's not too bad. I think it's quite a light load, really. That I think probably part of the problem is it's very top heavy, so a lot of the logs are quite high up on the trailer. Nope, where's he going? Hopefully he can take it the rest of the way. If not, if it happens again, well, at least we can get it upright between servers. It's not too bad. But yes, Daggerwin certainly always brings the excitement and the cabaret to the series, doesn't he? Hopefully he can get there. He's got to go down the hill on the other side though, so see how that goes. Well, I'll leave him to it, I think. What I might do actually, while he's doing that, is I will get the stump grinder. It's around somewhere. I think I saw it. It's around here. There it is. And yeah, we'll remove some of these stumps that are in the way, because that'll make loading the trailer easier if it's a nice clear area without all the stumps to run over. So I'll do that while Daggerwin goes and sells that load, hopefully. He's still going, still on all four wheels. So yeah, hopefully he'll get there. I think I have, to be fair, I have flipped it right at the end at the store, at the sawmill, I should say. It does do some weird things sometimes, so it probably wasn't his fault really, but I didn't actually see it happen, so I'm not sure what happened there. He says he caught it on camera though, so if you watch his video you'll certainly see it. So if he doesn't cut it out, of course. But yeah, I don't know. I would say probably part of the problem was that it was quite overloaded, sort of, or tall, top heavy, I'd say, which probably doesn't help. I think really you can't load that trailer too full, because otherwise you just tend to want to tip over. But hopefully, yeah, like I say, he'll get the rest of the way without flicking it again. And what I'll do, I'll continue this on time lapse, doing these stumps, and then we'll probably cut some more trees. Well, that's another load sorted out. I think that one that the Daggerwin just put on was probably a bit too full. I don't know, well, I've managed to strap it on there, but it's not ideal. I think it was better without that one on there, but never mind. Yeah, so let's head down to the sawmill, and as you can see, Daggerwin sold the Zeta tractor, and with the money, built the first olive groves. So they're in, which is nice, and they can start producing olives. Harvesting is going to be the only main issue, because obviously we don't have one, and the one available is 300k, so yes. We'll have to see how that goes. But the olives are in, so that's nice. Now I've just got to get down there without this tipping over. It would have been alright, but now with this thing on there, it's it doesn't look great. I'm a bit worried about catching it on some trees or something. I'd have been happier without that on there. But never mind, we'll hopefully get there in one piece without falling over. And then we'll see how much we get for this. Obviously, where Daggerwin's doing the texturing on the ground, that's using up quite a lot of money, but I can understand doing it because it's quite hard to see where the logs and stumps are without doing that, but it's a shame it's so expensive. I just noticed there he did it and it cost about 3,000 just to do that small area, so it does use quite a lot of the money up. But it does make life easier when we're sort of preparing the area for cultivating. I suppose we'll be doing there. That'll be the next thing I should think, because we'll be joining that big, well, the soybean fields there up with that area that we were just pulling the trees from. So we'll need cultivating. Anyway, we're almost at the sawmill now. We have made it, I think. Although the area that I sometimes fall over is just up here on the turn. It's like a U-turn that you have to do. Oh, Daggerwin's already there, I think. Somehow. Oh no, wool. Oh, so it's thought it said wood. It's wool that he's selling. So yeah, he must be selling the wool. That's going to bring in quite a bit of money, hopefully. Which we need. Because if we are setting up for a 300,000 harvester, that's yeah. Anyway, we are here, so let's get this sold. What will we get for this load? Oh, nice. 21,000. That's more like it. That's boosted up to almost 25,000 in the bank. Which sounds a lot, but then when you think about how much the olive harvester is, it's yes. Yeah, that's not too much really, but it's good to have the money anyway. At least we've got that bit more money in. And of course, it's raining again, so that makes a change. It seems to have rained every single day, I think, that I remember in this series. Most days anyway, probably not every single one, but certainly a lot. Daggerwin's there pushing a pallet of wool down the hill. I think most of the wool is already stacked up down there by the sell point, so it's a lot easier to sell. But there will be a few that I think he's just bringing down from the sheep. Anyway, I don't think we'll be doing another load of wood today. I'm not sure, we'll have to see. That's 2 full loads we've done those. That's really helped boost the money, and obviously it's enabled us to build the first olive groves. I just don't know how many we're going to have, how many we need really. Let's have a quick look at them. So this is what we've got. He's put them here. This is probably the best place because he didn't want to build them on the grass field. We were discussing where to put them, and if we put them on the grass field, it's a good building area for productions. It's nice and flat. It's also good to have the area for the grass, for making silage and stuff to sell in the winter. Obviously this area up here, which is where I think he wanted to put them, it's not very flat, but it's also more suited for extending this field, as I was just mentioning earlier. Extending the soybean field, I can make it a much bigger field now, all the way over here. So what I suggested was to put them here, which seems to be quite a good place to put them. There's no ideal place really on this map at the moment, but this seems to be the most suitable place because then it's not really interfering with these fields up here. This is kind of a bit of a waste of an area here. We could extend those fields further down, but obviously this is quite a good place to put the olives. And as you can see there, the wool's coming in, that's nice. Up to 35,000 now. The only sort of downside of that is, I suppose, it does sort of restrict this gap here a bit to get up to these fields. Probably, if it had been me, I'd probably finish them slightly sooner. We can get through it, it's not really an issue, but for things like the combine header, it's a bit narrow, this. I think I'd have preferred them to be just a few metres further in, just so we don't get stuck in this gap. But it's not too bad. I think we'll be okay. So yeah, there we are. There's our olives. Just to show you on the map here, so this is the field with soybeans in, which will be soon ready to harvest, and this is the field. This is the area we've just cleared with trees. So what we'd probably do is extend this field into this area and then round, which will make that a bigger, sort of more square field or rectangular field, which will be quite good. The land boundary is there, so we have almost cleared, I think, to our boundary now. And then the olives have gone here. This is the yard. And then the olives are here. That's our other smaller field, and that's the grass field. So yeah, it's looking quite good, that I think. So I don't think we'll be doing another load. Daggerwin just says it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just remove a few more stumps that we got up here from the trees we just took down. I'll keep that area clear, ready for cultivating and turning into a field. Obviously we're not going to be planting this as a field until the soybeans have been harvested, otherwise it'll just be messy, so we'll plant it all together once these have been harvested, which won't be long. As I say earlier, it's probably only going to be even next month possibly, or the month after, when that's ready to harvest, so very very soon we'll be turning this into a field. But first of all, yeah, we're just going to get these stumps removed. You can see sort of the line we're going to follow now with the field. We'll come down here in the line it's already in, into this area, and then down to the cliff area. So that's yeah, that'd be good for this field. It'll make it a lot better. It's actually, I don't know whether we'll go in and follow the line of the trees round, or whether we'll just go in a straight line down to the cliff and then across. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. It makes sense to maximise the area with crops, I suppose. Quite a lot of trees we've taken down today, but of course we can't really see much for it in the money because it's all going out on the olives. I'm not sure how much he's spent so far on the olives. I think probably maybe around about 40,000. I'm not sure, and he wants to put some more in as well, but I'm not sure about this harvester business. That's what's concerning me about it. I know a lot of you think the same as well. It's a bit concerning that the harvester is 300,000, and when you add on the cost of the olives as well, and of course that tractor that you bought, it's going to take a lot of olive picking to make that pay for itself. So yeah, we'll just have to see how that goes. I am slightly concerned, to be honest, but because we're not really going to get the money back. If we sold the harvester, if we even get to the stage of buying the harvester, we're not going to be able to make a profit selling it again. We're going to lose money on it if we try to sell it again. So we're going to have to keep it once we buy it. But it would be really nice if there's one a bit cheaper. Or, I suppose that the perfect solution would be if one came up in the used sale. That would be good. If like there was one in a sort of 60% off or more deal, that would be ideal. I don't know whether that's going to happen though. Let's keep our eyes on that used sale. I will just check it actually while I think about it, just to see, but I doubt it. No. That's our Zeta that Daggerwin sold earlier. Got a wheel loader and forest trailer. Big corn header, too big for our combine though. What's that? 9 metres. Yeah, so I think really we have to wait for one to come in the sale if we're lucky, otherwise it is 300,000. And that's a lot of money for this series. I'm not sure. He wanted to put more olives in, but I said to wait for now, because until we know what we're doing with the harvester, I don't want to spend all the money on olive groves and then not be able to do anything with them. That's what I'm concerned about. Let me know your thoughts on it, see what everyone else thinks we should do. But yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, it looks like Daggerwin's doing some more mowing, so I will get the rake on I will do some raking. That's the grass all raked. Daggerwin's already sowed baling it. It's going to take a while though with that baler. But he suggested that we should probably just sell them as grass bales because it'll save time, and the silage price at this time of year in the spring and summer is not that great. It's not much different to the grass price, I don't think, now, so there's not a lot of point spending all that time wrapping them just to get virtually the same price, I suppose. So yeah, we'll probably just sell these as they are. Probably keep some back for the sheep as well, because the sheep will need grass. They always need a constant supply of grass. So I'll park this trailer in the middle of the field somewhere so it's not in one of the swaths, so you can still bale it. And I'll just start loading a few of these on. Whoops, I've just dropped my pallet full. Oh no, I've dropped the front loader. I'm trying to drop the trailer. There we go. Try and pick this up again. Right, got it. Okay, so I'll just not getting Daggerwin's way and start loading a few of these bales up onto the trailer. It's getting quite late in the day now, not a lot of light left, so I'm struggling to see a bit, but we're just finishing off now. We'll just get these bales sold. We're not going to make a massive amount of money from them. There you go, Daggerwin just sold one, basically just over £300 each. So yeah, not much at all. Not as good as silage, but it has been a lot quicker than silage. So there we go. Yeah, not very good at all. Just under 6,000 in total, but it's alright, it's a bit of extra money, isn't it? We've got 50,000 in the bank now. But I think, oops, we're crashing to Daggerwin there, but I think that'll probably be it for today. We've done quite a lot there, I think. We've done a reasonable amount there. Just let me know what you think about the olives. There's not much I can do about it. I think Daggerwin's got his heart set on doing it now, so we've already got them in the ground, so not much else we can do about that. Looks like we're going to have to at least attempt it. But I hope you enjoyed the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.